Hey guys. So last time we practiced identifying our coins and we counted pennies. Today, as you can see, we are going to practice counting our nickels. So before we get started, you need to gather your coins. Now today, all you need some nickels and you need some pennies for later. Okay? Remember, when you're trying to find those nickels, what's the trick for telling a nickel and a quarter apart? You want to feel around the edge of that nickel or that coin, and if it is smooth, it is a nickel. So go ahead and pause me now and gather your coins, okay? All right, are you ready? Here we go. Before we start counting them, let's look at this nickel one more time because we haven't reviewed how much it is worth. How much is our nickel worth? It is worth 5 cents. Do you remember the trick I told you about how to find the value of your nickel? If you happen to forget, where can you look on the coin? On the tail side of the coin, down underneath that building, under Monticello, it says 5 cents. Nickels are worth 5 cents. Before we jump into counting nickels, I want us to look at this hundreds chart and I want us to practice counting by fives because you have to count by fives in order to count nickels. And it's been a little while since we've done this, so that's why I have this hundreds chart to make it easier. Now, I want you to think back to what our hundreds chart looks like that's in our classroom. This one looks a little different. What do you notice is different about the numbers on this hundreds chart? Some of them are big and colorful, aren't they? And some of them are just plain old black. The big colorful numbers are the numbers that you say when you count by fives. You'll notice that there are two different columns of colorful numbers. All of the numbers that end with a 5 have a 5 in the ones place, a 5 in the back seat. Those are all colorful. You'll say those numbers when you count by fives. And also, the numbers that all end in 0 have a 0 in the ones place, a 0 in the back seat. Those are also the other numbers that you'll say when you count by fives. So, first, I want you to reach out and touch your screen and put your finger on the 5. That's the first number you say when you count by fives. What comes after 5 when we're counting by fives? 10. So slide your finger over to the 10. 5, 10. What comes next? 15. So you're going to drag your finger back and down to the 15. 5, 10, 15, 20. Good. Drag your finger over to the 20. Did you just make a letter when you were dragging your finger across the hundreds chart? If you started at the 5 and went to the 10, then 15, then 20, you drew an imaginary Z on your hundreds chart. When you count by fives using this hundreds chart, you will make Z's all the way down. You go in a zigzag pattern. Okay, so I want you to put your finger back up at 5. Let's try to go the whole way this time. Drag your fingers and say them out loud. Even though I'm not there, you better be saying them out loud because I'm going to know. Your parents will tell on you. So make sure that you are saying it out loud as well. All right, fingers on the 5. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Good job. Don't get discouraged if you miss a few because sometimes it gets a little difficult when you get into the bigger numbers. I want us to do it one more time, okay? Fingers back on the 5. Make sure you are saying them out loud or Miss Steele will find out. Are you ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Good job. If you can do that, then counting nickels is going to be a breeze for you. If it's still a little bit of a struggle, you can always pause this video and practice doing it as much as you need to. All right, we have 1 nickel. How much is 1 nickel worth? 5 cents. You notice that I put my cent sign down there. Don't forget your money symbols whenever you are talking about money. That way, we'll know we're talking about money and not just any old number. Okay? Now we have 2 nickels. We're going to count them by 5s. Touch those nickels while we count them. 5, 10. That is 10 cents altogether. 10 cents. How many do we have now? We have 3 nickels. So let's touch them and count them by 5s. Are you ready? 5, 10, 15. 15 cents. 3 nickels is worth 15 cents. Or are worth 15 cents. I'm the math teacher, not the reading teacher. Let's do another one. Are you ready? Fingers on those nickels. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 cents. That is worth 20 cents. Now, on your assignment for me today, whether you are doing the packet of work and watching me on YouTube, or if you are using Seesaw and doing it digitally, your assignment is going to be counting some nickels and determining their value, how much they are worth. There will also be some pennies on there to review pennies, but we're not mixing them together yet. Tomorrow, we will start mixing them together and counting nickels and pennies together. Now, the reason that I have this hundredth chart pulled back up is because before you leave me today, I want you, in just a second, I'm going to ask you to pause this video. I want you to find someone in your house and I want you to count by 5s for them. I don't care if it is mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, granny, grandpa, babysitter, whoever. Tell them Miss Steele said to freeze whatever you are doing and listen to me count by 5s. Okay? Pause me now. Go count. All right, guys. Before you go, don't forget that I am always here for you. Just hit me up on Seesaw or on Class Tag. Have your parents text me. They all have my phone number. Whatever you need, just let me know. I love you guys and I miss you, and I will see you next time.